Hey guys, it's Keeley, and today I'm going to be doing my July wrap-up. I had a really great reading month this month. I read 7 books. I read 4 5 stars, 1 4-star I believe, and then 1 1-star. So other than that 1 star, I had a really great reading month, and I'm excited to share with you all about what I read. I read honestly some of my favorite books of the entire year so far. So good. I'm so excited to talk about them. But yeah, just sit back and relax and let's get on into it. Just kidding, I lied about the 4-star. I had 2 4-stars, so that's even better. The first book I read was Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. I have been wanting to read this book for so long because I love Morgan Matson's books so much, and I love Morgan Matson. She's amazing. But this one is really hyped on BookTube, and for all the right reasons. It was just fantastic. This book follows this girl named Emily who is in high school, and it is summertime, and out of nowhere her best friend Sloane disappears. Now Emily is really shy and reserved, but her best friend Sloane is like super outgoing. Everyone loves Sloane, and so Emily with Sloane is just a thing. No one knows Emily by herself. It's always Emily and Sloane, or hey, you're Sloane's friend, right? So when Sloane disappears, Emily is like, I have no idea what to do. I don't know how to act, and she has like kind of social anxiety, which was handled really well, and I really related to her. But she decides to, I guess, kind of look for Sloane, because Sloane does this thing where she leaves Emily lists, and one day Emily gets a list in the mail, and it's just things like a bucket list that helps Emily get out of her comfort zone. And so Emily figures that if she completes this list, then she will find Sloane. And along the way, as she starts completing the list, she makes friends with Frank, and Frank is just the sweetest little thing. I love him so much. He's just all nerdy but like athletic and just smart and responsible, and I just love Frank so much. Another awesome aspect of this is running. They run a lot, and I am a runner and I just love running, so that was really fun to have in this book. But the only thing I do have to say about it is I did not like Sloane at all. Like, we didn't see her much because obviously she's gone, but like we see flashbacks, and like Emily mentions Sloane a lot, and I just did not like Sloane because she seemed like the kind that would just shine over people, and I just didn't really like her. I just didn't really like that, so I was glad that Sloane left. But it was a great book nonetheless, and I really loved it and gave it 5 out of 5 stars. The next book I have here was a nostalgic reread, and that is Eclipse by Stephanie Meyer. Now, back in the day in 2009 when I first read this series, Eclipse was my favorite of the series. And now that I have reread them, Eclipse is my least favorite of the series. I don't know what I was expecting, but I still give it 5 out of 5 stars because I'm trash for this series and I can't help it. But honestly, Bella annoyed me so much in this book. I don't know what it was. I just couldn't deal with Bella in this book. I still love Edward so much, and Jacob. But this book, I don't know. I could see more problems in it than my younger self couldn't and like just didn't care about. But now that I'm 21, I can see things. But yeah, Bella really annoyed me, but like I said, still loved it because I am complete trash. The next book I read in the month of July was The Brilliant Light of Amber Sunrise by Matthew Crow. I bought this one months and months ago, maybe even years ago, on Book Outlet because of this cover. Like, it is stunning and I loved it, and I just wish that the book represented the cover because I did not like the book at all. I really didn't like it. It follows this boy named Francis who is diagnosed with cancer, and so he goes into this treatment facility and stays there for a while and meets this girl named Amber, and he starts to develop feelings for her. But the thing was, in this book you meet Amber, and then like 10-20 pages later they love each other. Okay, first of all, I am not one of those people that hates insta love. I don't mind insta love. I like it in most cases. This is the first case I've ever read where I hated it. Like, it was so bad. So I don't know what to say. But if you're one of those people that just like hates tropes, then don't read this, because I personally love tropes. I will admit that freely, but I love different kinds of tropes, every kind of trope, but I hated every trope that was in this book. I don't know what it was. I just hated it so much. I only liked one character in here, and that was Francis's brother, and I can't even remember his name right now, but it was a short book, so it didn't take me long to get through, but this was the 1 star of the month, and I'm still gonna keep it because it's beautiful and it looks good on my shelf. But yeah, I wouldn't really recommend this one. The next book I read was also a reread, and that is Breaking Dawn by Stephanie Meyer, and this is the 4th book in the Twilight Saga, and I love this one so much, guys. I think this is my favorite in the series. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars because, like I stated before, I'm complete trash. No shame whatsoever. Once a twihard, always a twihard, and I loved it so much. I love vampires. I can't get over vampires at all, and I love, okay, I'm just gonna say some spoilers because, you know, it's been years since Twilight, everyone knows Twilight, but when Jacob imprints on Renesmee, that just like kills me every time. I just love it so much. And then when the wolves are gonna fight, and then so good. I love it. I just love it so much. But yeah, like I said, complete trash, and I'm so glad I reread the series because, like I said, it had been since 2009 since I read them, and I just had so many feels, so many. The next book I read was Legend by Marie Lu. I finally got to this one. I've been wanting to read it for so long because it is dystopian, and I am obsessed with dystopians, and I'm going to be meeting Marie Lu in October, and so I had to start reading this like ASAP, and I really enjoyed it. It follows this boy named Day who is obviously in this dystopian world, and it's like a dystopian United States, and he lives in the Republic, and the Republic is terrible. So bad. Lots of secrets. Can't stand them. But Day is a famous criminal, and no one seems to be able to catch him. He's just like escaping everything, doing things, but like he doesn't do it really with a purpose. Like he's not doing it to take down the Republic or to save anyone. He's just doing it because that's what he likes to do, and he's good at it. And so I really don't know how to explain this without like giving away things, but yeah, Day, master criminal, and then we also follow June, who is the Republic's prodigy. She scored perfect on her test, which no one does, and she's just really smart and talented and like good at everything she does, and Day and June, soon enough their worlds collide, and it just like takes off from there. Really enjoyed it. This is the first one in the series. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, and I'm so excited to continue with the series because they go by so quickly. This next book I read was such a surprise to me, and that was Through to You by Emily Hainsworth. I read this one because it's been on my shelf for probably like 2 years now, and it's so short, so I was like, might as well just read it, get it off my to be read shelf, and just get through it because I've had it for so long. And it surprised me so much. I really enjoyed this one. It follows this boy named Cam who's in high school, and he just lost his girlfriend in a car accident that he was in with her. He survived and she didn't, and one day this like figure, like ghost looking girl, appears in the spot where his girlfriend died, and he's just like, okay, that's not Viv, who is that? And like this girl is like, Cam, and like knows who he is, but he has no idea who she is. And it's just like she kind of like haunts him and comes out of nowhere, and he's like trying to figure out how this girl knows him, and it takes off from there. Don't want to say too much because it's kind of like a mystery aspect and magical realism type of thing. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Definitely recommend it. Super fast to read, and honestly I think this one would look so good as a movie. I think it would do so well as a movie, and I would love to see that, but it took me by surprise. I really liked it. And the last book I read this month is my favorite so far of 2017, and that is Everything All at Once by Katrina Leno. My friend, I'm so proud of her. This book is her 3rd book, and her books just get better and better. I loved it so much. I'm just gonna say right off the bat, if you're a fan of Fangirl and Since You've Been Gone, you are going to love this one. It's like a perfect mixture of each, but yet it stands by itself. It's like completely unique, and I loved it. It is incredible. It follows this girl named Lottie who is going into her senior year of high school, and her aunt is Helen Reeves, who is a huge famous author of this huge children's series. So in this book, she's basically like the J.K. Rowling of this world, and it just made me so nostalgic because the love that that author and that series was shown is how I feel for Harry Potter. And so I just like cry when they would describe the series, or how people talked about it, or how it was this worldwide phenomenon, and how the author's death meant so much to everyone, and the whole world mourned, and it just made me sob because that's how it's gonna be one day. Don't want to talk about it, but anyway. It follows Lottie after her aunt dies, and her aunt were very, very close. And in her aunt's will, Helen leaves Lottie a bunch of letters that she wrote to her, and it's kind of like different tasks that she needs to do because Lottie has really bad anxiety. And so Helen was like, I'm giving you these letters and not anyone else because I know that you're gonna need a little extra help, which relatable. But yeah, it just different letters from her aunt, and she opens the next one as soon as she completes the task. And like also in this book is like chapters from the series that her aunt wrote, so that was so cool to get to see this series, and it's about immortality and things like that. It's really unique and awesome, and I loved it so much, and it was just so good. I love Lottie. I think that her anxiety was handled so well, and I was able to relate to it to a T, like so much. This book is also very, very diverse. Her best friend is a lesbian and is in a relationship with another girl, and I loved her best friend, and Jackie, the best friend's girlfriend, she was hilarious. And then it also has a gender fluid character, and it also has a character that has dwarfism, which is something you don't see a lot, but it was just very diverse and unique, and I loved the story so much. I loved all of the characters, and it just made me so happy because it reminded me so much of how I feel about Harry Potter. But also this story is so personal because you can like, you get to know Katrina through this story. It talks about Chronicles of Narnia, Lord of the Rings, like all of the OG fandoms, and I just so good. It made me so happy, and I just could relate to it so much. I want everyone to read this so bad. Please go read everything out all at once, please. 5 out of 5 stars. So that is it for my reading wrap up. I had a great reading month, and I hope you did as well. Even if you just read a page, that's better than nothing. Let me know down below what your favorite book of the month was, and if you're interested in any of these, because they were so good. But yeah, as always, my social media links will be down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!